Hey there. Said we were going to do some lasagna and some gravy for y'all. We're going to do that for you. Should I say all y'all? As I said, we're not going to be making meatballs today because we really don't need them. We'll just chop up some onions and garlic. Mix it together with the ground beef. Actually, we're probably going to just throw it right into the gravy tonight and let it cook in the gravy. Let all those juices flow out of the ground beef right into the gravy, add into the flavor. I'm just cutting up some onions now. Hello. Basically, what we like to do with our onions is these are small little onions. They're not that big. Let's get rid of that piece of inside. I don't like the way that looks. And we'll just give it a quick slice top to bottom. Another quick slice top to bottom. Don't go all the way through the onion. Go as far back as you can without going all the way through the onion. Make a whole bunch of cuts. And then slice it. And you've got sliced onions. Got the clove of garlic here. I'm going to just smash it, chop it, and actually mince it. It'll go small on the pieces, and it'll also be for the meatballs and the gravy. Okay, well, we've got the garlic all chopped up, so I'm going to add some of it to the onions for the meatballs, and some of the onions for the gravy. Meatballs. I don't know how far you can see over there, but fish over there for that. We've got just about 3 pounds of ground beef. The bowl with the onions and the garlic in it. When you're making meatballs, you don't want to work the meat a lot, so just let that sit there now. We're going to throw an egg in here. Help bind it a little. Throw a little bit of breadcrumbs in just to help bind it also. I don't like to use a lot of breadcrumbs. These are actually plain. There's probably about that much left in the container. And now for the other ingredients. I'll throw a little bit more garlic powder in there, just help out the flavor. Got some oregano. I'm going to use the dried oregano in here in the meatballs this week. Use the fresh, using dried all week. Some basil. I'm going to go with some fresh Parmesan Reggiano. Now I have, if you look in the refrigerator, I have that store-bought pre-grated cheese that I use in some recipes. But when I'm doing the meatballs and the gravy, I like to use the real thing. Because you're going to put it on your pasta anyway in most instances, and this will go into the lasagna. Some of this will go into the lasagna also. Get up underneath, get all those breadcrumbs and onions, garlic. I always throw in more than I need in terms of the onions, and I just let them fall to the bottom after everything's mixed, and I see that I've got some onions everywhere. We went to the store this morning to get tomatoes, and we had made a big deal about this in the email thread that sort of caused this whole video to be made. Thank you again, my dear friends Julie, Andy, and Dana. I beat Taylor Hicks, but he didn't cook because he was busy with the women. But it was an Iron Chef contest. Anyway, we're going to just take these 5 cans of tomatoes. These are domestic grown, and I know I said only Italy, but they ran out. But these are San Marzano style, so they should work out pretty well. And we're going to just use the food mill and 5 cans of tomatoes, get them down to nothing but a little bit of pulp and the seeds, get everything else into the pot below. We've got onions and garlic working in there. On low, just want them to soften up. And we'll be throwing the tomatoes, crushed tomatoes in here, and that'll be the base of our gravy. Sauteing for a little while, throwing some hot pepper, crushed red pepper, some fennel seeds. Gives it a little sweetener to the dish. You don't want to add ever sugar. Some rosemary. Teaspoon. Well, Emma always talks about smell-o-vision. This is one of those times with the rosemary's opening up and the garlic and the onions. Gosh, it's not good. Well, that's just part of the tomatoes. We'll put the rest in, and then we're going to just let this, we'll crank it up when all the tomatoes are in there, and bring it to a boil. Then add 1 small can of tomato paste without the lid. Now, big pot when we make gravy. One of those things is some red wine. We'll use some oregano and basil. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, we're using the dried today. Not a lot of oregano, just a little. And last but not least, some Parmesan Reggiano that we used in the meatballs, and we'll use in the lasagna also. While this is all cooking up, we'll be prepping all the stuff for lasagna.
A boy went back to Napoli because he missed the scenery, the native dances and the charming songs. But wait a minute, something's wrong.